Are we ready to do this? Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. If you want to buy a Tesla and get a smoking deal, this may be the place. Hertz is hosting a fire sale on its Tesla rental fleet. And I always have asked myself, when you're on vacation and you want to rent a car, I've always felt weird renting cars, like they're going to overcharge me or think that I created that dent that was already there. I've always had this weird phobia about that. Like type 1 if you agree, you feel like that. Like, ugh. I always get nervous that they're going to blame me for someone else's dings or scratches. But the last thing I want to do when I'm renting a car and going on vacation is be sitting at a charging station. And I always thought it was weird that these car companies were doing all this stuff. And it looks like we're there where you could probably get some pretty smoking deals on Tesla. It's one thing to see Elon Musk go, drop the price, and watch the value of the one you bought right before he started just plummet in value. A good friend of mine has seen that and he's so pissed. It's another thing to see these rental car companies going, hey, let's just get rid of them, right? Rental car companies are having a problem. And this is going to be really exciting. Real quick, if you want the tax liens and deeds course, it's down below. I think it's, 85, 89, whatever the percentage off is, it will never be that price again. That price is changing soon. Links down below. Check this out. This is out of autoblog.com. It says right now you can get an X rental Tesla from Hertz for $20,000 or less. What's causing such a major price slash? So it says if you're in the market for a cheap EV, and hey, I think cars should have a sound to them that has a real, combustion motor. There's something about it, but I'm not exactly a gearhead, but I love cars. I really like cars. And, Teslas are cool because they're like super fast and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know. Is it worth it? Well, if the price was super low, it was like under 20 grand to buy a nice Tesla, I might consider that, right? And considering, now think about this. What about the tax benefits? Because I think it's still the same case. Trump changed it to where you could buy a used car for your business or a used truck, a vehicle for business. Think about if you're able to get a super cheap Tesla that's over the weight exemption, if that qualifies for accelerated depreciation. That'd be pretty exciting. All right, Ninja may think about this. Let's just go through the story. Hertz is looking to clear at least 30,000 electric vehicles from its fleet until 2025, ranging from Chevy Bolts, Hyundai Cojones. You'd have to have some real cojones to buy that one, I guess. And even Teslas. At the time of writing this, the cheapest used EV you could buy from Hertz is a 2021 Hyundai Kona Ultimate with 130,000 miles for $12,436. All right, it's pretty darn cheap. These are not insignificant figures, especially considering a $4,000 federal tax credit for used EVs costing $25,000 or less. All right, let's take a step back here and think about this. Think about how many people have a business right now. Do me a favor. Say I own a business if you got a business, whether it's a side hustle or a business, a full-blown business, but you're paying taxes as the business owner, right? Now, at the end of this year, we're getting crushed in taxes. If you were able to pick one of these up at, like, let's say it was 12 grand, you're like, hey, this thing's in nice shape. I'll use this thing for my business. And you get to get a federal tax credit, which is so much better than a tax write-off. Okay, it's not like you get to write off 4 grand off the $12,000 purchase. You get a 12,000 credit or 4,000 credit. So at your tax rate, you could do the math and go, holy cow, at a high tax rate, this car may actually pay for itself. You see where I'm going there? This is what the Ninja does. All right. This is huge. Teslas have hurt Hertz's value more than EVs. It says the biggest deterrent to Hertz's bottom line when it comes to electric vehicles has been Tesla. Back in 2021, Hertz banked on electric cars, making them bank, thanks in part to their low maintenance and pledge to buy 100,000 Teslas. That number never fully came to fruition, but their inventory began swelling with Musk mobiles nevertheless. Then, now this is where Hertz got screwed. My buddy got screwed. Sorry, Adam. It's just the truth. He was pissed. And I warned him about this. I warned so many people on this channel. And Adam's like, I'll never watch your channel. I'm like, well, you should have. I warned everyone about this. I said, the market's going to start crashing, right? And I did a video like 2.5 years ago where Elon Musk came out and says the storm is upon us. and the auto market's about to collapse. And it's funny because I was reporting on it before, and everyone's like, some people are like, yep, it's coming, and other people are like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then it was, I'll never forget it. It was like November, I want to say of 2022, Elon Musk goes, drop the price of Teslas. And then he was the first one, and then he went, drop the price again. Drop the price again. And Ford, Chevy, all these companies are scrambling because the number one automaker was, no, true story. Elon has seen the channel. It's breaking news, right? And I was reporting on this and just using news stories to show people how the market was going to collapse. And we're still in the middle of it. It's going to get even better. It's going to get worse, right? But opportunities like this with the Hertz, you may want to consider this, even knowing that values are going to go down more. It's very rare when a company has a fleet that they're panicking. And I've dealt with companies that are selling their assets. There's no emotion other than get rid of this crap at all costs. That's when you get the best deals, when you deal with companies that are liquidating, right? Not people, because people have weird feelings of the value of what they've got. Well, Musk starts dropping these prices, and Hertz is going, oh my gosh, what just happened to us? We just bought a ton of these cars. And he's not only collapsing the price of the new Teslas, which is devaluing the ones that Hertz bought, he's also destroying the market. But it's because he had first mover advantage. See, the dude's smart. This is what happens when you're smart. You just get it. You're like, yeah, things are going bad. People can't afford their payments. People are being declined on loans, new loans for cars. People are stopping the payment of their loans. Remember that auto loan apocalypse that happened? He goes, yep, better drop prices. And he sucked in, by aggressively dropping those prices, he sucked in so much new business. It was crazy. Freaking brilliant. Well, it says here, when Tesla began slashing prices on their models, and much like the owners trying to sell their cars, Hertz was in trouble. Seeing a company's value is measured by their assets, in this case, their cars. Since Hertz owns so many Teslas and their secondhand market values were plummeting, Hertz value as a company took a hit too. Woo! This is exciting. See, this is where the ninja sees bad stuff, but then only just can input bad stuff, output awesomeness. Like, it's just like, everything is awesome. When things crash is when you make money, because you make money the day you buy something, not the day you sell it. That only rich people think like that. So just do me a favor. Type 2 if you agree with that. You make money the day you purchased something, not the day you sold it. Because if you bought it right, you'll always be able to make money. It's true. Whether it be a vehicle, I know it sounds crazy. I bought a 911 2 years ago, and I bought it from a dealer. That was his runabout car. He had a fleet liquidation company where he sold trucks, pickup trucks, right? Well, what was happening 2 years ago? It was imploding. Nobody was buying trucks. And so he listed it wrong. I taught a whole course on this, how to buy cars really cheap and sell them and make money. And so he listed it poorly. And I called him. I said, look, I'm willing to give you X amount. And that market for Porsches haven't actually been dropping. Other cars around it, Lamborghinis and stuff, are collapsing. Porsches have been holding their value for a specific reason. And so I picked it up for $30,000 under value. And to this day, I'm watching them sell for that, for 30 grand over what I paid for. And it's impressive. It's exciting, right? That's what an example of taking advantage of a situation when the people don't, and he told me, he goes, I've not sold a truck in like 4 months. And he's looking, he's like, I don't know how I'm going to pay the rent. I'm like, I'm sorry. So he had to sell me his car. That was owned by the business, but he didn't want to sell it, but he had to keep the lights on in his company. Right. So you could see how companies like this now are panicking. So if you want to buy a car, this is the time to do it. Now, I would go and check out, let's see if it says it in the story here. Right here, final thoughts. Now, if you should ever buy an X-rental electric vehicle, especially one with such high mileage, that really depends on your use case. Battery capacity will be significantly impacted, but you can have if you have a short commute or you're looking for a cheap around town grocery getter, you could do a lot worse. And that's a great point. So if you're buying an electric vehicle right now and you're getting a smoking deal on it, you're like, hey, the battery is going down in life, right? So you'd have to charge it more. You guys know how that works. As long as it's a grocery getter, don't matter. if you're looking to buy it to go to its full range, electric range, you know, I want to go 300 miles on one charge or whatever they are. Yeah, that may not be the choice for you, but at that price, if you couple that with an amazing tax credit, holy cow. I don't even know what to do at this point. Look, if you want to make a bunch of money, you want to get that discount, tax liens and tax foreclosure, the bundle package is massively on sale right now. It goes up again, the price. It will never be this price again. I promise. In a handful of days, I think it's the 1st of December, and go to the next tier, because as we're building this course out, the people that trust me and are willing to be a little patient over the next 6 to 8 weeks as I'm continually building this thing out, making it the greatest course on this subject in the nation, you get rewarded. Links down below. Hopefully you have a great day. Economic Ninja is out.